You remember when George the Animal Steele kidnapped my manager, Elizabeth? And did you see how that hairy ape cost me my World Wrestling Federation title against Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3? Well, tonight's the night. Yeah, the last confrontation, one-on-one. 15 of the strongest men in the world surrounding the ring in lumberjack fashion. No escape. Only one man will survive, and that man is the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah, I will survive.
Yeah! A man like the Macho Man never learns. That's why I, the Dragon, wear the championship belt. And for the first time tonight, I will defend it against Hercules. Watch the Dragon melt his chains. Yeah!
We're the Hart Foundation, and we're sick and tired of those crybaby British Bulldogs saying that we cheated them out of the WWF Tag Team titles.
So tonight they get the title rematch that they say they dreamed about. But what they'll really get is a nightmare.
Hi, folks. I'm Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and I'm proud to be an American. And tonight, I got a ringside seat. And if that commie, Nikolai Volkoff, tries to sing that Russian national anthem, well, I'll show him what cracked. The Liberty Bell, tough guy.
Listen up, all you humanoids. This is Bobby the Brain Heenan talking. And with me is the 8th wonder of the world, still undefeated, the heavyweight champion of the world, Andre the Giant. And I'm gonna show everybody how this man in WrestleMania 3 in Pontiac, Michigan, defeated that miserable excuse for a champion, Hulk Hogan, right in the middle of that ring. Because I've got film footage here to prove it.
I am the champion.
All you Hulkamaniacs out there know who won at WrestleMania 3. Andre the Giant knows. Bobby Heenan knows. The whole world knows. I met the giant enemy, and he was all mine. And tonight, exclusively on Saturday night's main event, I'll show you how I faced the greatest challenge of my career.
This is Saturday night's main event, the ultimate in sports entertainment. Hello, everyone. I'm Vince McMahon along with Jesse the Body Ventura, and we have one extraordinary World Wrestling Federation event tonight.
That's right, McMahon. For once in your life, you're right, and I just might let you keep your job. We got 2 titles on the line, as well as a brutal and very final lumberjack match between Animal Steele and Macho Man Savage. And for the first time anywhere, champion Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant will take a look back at their title match, which brought the world to a standstill at WrestleMania 3.
All right, now, Jesse, we have a bit of late-breaking news, which will explain why we just saw Bobby the Brain Heenan with a neck brace.
You want a belt? You want a belt? I'll give you a belt.
This was the Heenan-Patera debate that took place earlier on today. As you can see, Bobby the Brain Heenan really got carried away.
He got carried away, all right. It's going to be Ken Patera who ends up paying for this. Because let me tell you this, Bobby Heenan is ahead of the most powerful family in all of wrestling.
Look at that. Well, there's no question that Bobby the Brain Heenan lost the debate, but the only thing he won was a ring around the collar. Nonetheless, Bobby the Brain Heenan is indeed with us here tonight. Perhaps a bit more on that story later on. But right now, standing by, Mean Gene Okerlund.
All right, thank you, Vince. With me at this time, Kamala, the Ugandan headhunter, Kim Chi, and their brand new manager, none other than Mr. Fuji. Now, Mr. Fuji, you've got Kamala going against Jake the Snake Roberts. Why in the world would you sign this match when you know Kamala is deathly afraid of that 15-foot python Damien?
Mr. Fuji, born in the year of the serpent, I understand the snake. I can help Kamala. I will help Kamala.
Well, I've got to say this. Kamala will go berserk if that snake, in fact, ever would get loose. Who knows? He could run all the way back to darkest Africa. Vince, let's go back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mean Gene. This is going to be one sensational matchup for our first matchup on Saturday night's main event. Kamala against Jake the Snake. But Jesse, I think you will agree, this has not been an easy time as of late in the career of Jake the Snake. You will recall, in the Snake Pit, his guest was the Honky Tonk Man.
That's right, Honky Tonk proved he can outplay Elvis any day of the week on the guitar.
Let's take you now to the Snake Pit.
You guys ain't got no guts. Your voice stinks. Your voice stinks. You know what I mean? Huh? You know what I mean? You made an idiot of yourself.
Let's take you now to Mean Gene Okerlund and Jake the Snake Roberts.
You've been having a rough time as of late, Jake the Snake Roberts. I can't help but believe that the Honky Tonk Man might have scrambled your brain when he hit you over the head with that guitar. Why else would you sign a match against somebody as big and unpredictable as Kamala?
Maybe because Damien wants to. Huh?
What would Damien want with Kamala?
Why don't you ask him, Gene?
You've got to be kidding me. We're out of time, Jake Roberts. Let's go back to you, Vince.
Hey, Jess, I'm not too sure who's afraid of the snake the most. Is it Kamala or is it Mean Gene?
I'm not sure either.
Well, on his way to the ring right now, Jake the Snake Roberts, and you know what's in the bag.
We know what's in the bag, Damien, and, you know, Mr. Fuji made reference. He said that he's got Kamala, that Fuji was born under the serpent. Let's see.
Whoa, look at that. Oh, look at that. Looked like Carl Lewis there. What a long jump that was. Kamala getting out of the way.
I'll tell you, I don't think Fuji's plans worked with Kamala. This guy is terrified, utterly terrified of that snake. Look at him shaking his head.
Kimchi trying to maintain a little control here over Kamala as the referee is insisting that Damien be placed back into the bag. Or maybe Jake could just take Damien, slide him on over here for a ringside seat.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'll tell you, Jake the Snake definitely won the psychological battle there early. He got Kamala backing up with Big Damien.
The Uganda Dead-Under Kamala coming in from behind of Jake the Snake. Watch out. Yes, a tremendous chop from behind. And another one. Kamala all over Jake the Snake Roberts now, trying to set him up, whips him across the ring, and coming back. Oh, the kick to the midsection. Nicely done.
I'll tell you, the guy is agile for 450-some pounds of him.
Amazing athlete. But look at this. You talk about amazing athletes, Jake the Snake. Something else off the, ooh, right into the throat.
Ooh, he got caught coming off those ropes, and that's what Kamala's got to do. He's got to slow the snake down, get him on the mat like he's got him here, and do the damage. Look at him, he's playing the bongo drums. What is that?
Meanwhile, Damien is writhing. He wants to come out of that bag. You think maybe he can see Kamala through the bag, Jess?
I don't know. Maybe he feels the vibrations through their tongue, you know, McMahon. I know quite a bit about snakes.
I wouldn't be at all surprised. Kamala with
I
a bear hug.
broadcast with a lot of snakes.
Kamala with the bear hug on Jake the Snake. Fuji looking on. Kimchi, by the way, has been quite active in this matchup. And that series a little short. Oh, that'll do it. That'll break the hold. Down on the toes again. Kamala doing the St. Midas dance. He's getting out of that. Another kick now, and Jake the Snake.
Well, you might say that Jake found the Achilles heel on Kamala, bare feet.
You might say that.
You know, I don't care how tough you are, you get your toes stomped in that ring, you're going to feel it. I would never wrestle barefooted.
What dental plan do you think Kamala's under?
I'm not sure.
Kimchi on the outside again. And Jake the Snake again starts working on the toes.
Well, the snake's smart.
Yes, indeed he is.
He's definitely smart.
Oh, what a tremendous chop by Kamala.
Kamala not moving too well. You can tell those stomps on the feet are slowing him down.
Well, he's moving all right now. Joey Marella, the referee.
Joey Marella. Isn't he the referee that refereed Hogan and Andre the Giant?
Well, I think he was, yeah.
Well, if there's one ref that should be suspended, it's him, not Danny Davis.
All right, now he needs to get this match back under control. Kamala taking over on Jake the Snake Roberts. Oh, come on, look at that. The foot right on the throat. Come on, referee, disqualify that man.
Well, that's one way you get a snake from not moving. You pin the head down.
What? Kimchi giving more signals to Kamala. Wants him to come back right back over, and indeed he does.
You know, I'm interested here. Does Kamala take his orders from Kimchi or from Fuji?
I think it's from Kimchi. And this Kimchi really wants to see Jake the Snake polished up. Kamala slapping his big belly.
Why does he do that?
I have no idea. But he was stopped right there by Jake the Snake. Oh, my, what an uppercut. Kamala.
Big right hand, and look at Kamala dancing on those injured toes.
Headbutt by Kamala. Seesaw battle back and forth here. Our first matchup on Saturday night's main event.
Well, the definite advantage for Kamala here is his tremendous weight advantage. As you can see, the Snake has been down on the mat a lot more than Kamala has been.
Ooh, what a chop again. A missed right hand. That would have clipped the jaw of Kamala. Ooh, wait a minute. Kamala headbutt.
Do you think that the Snake is capable of putting the DDT on Kamala?
No question about it.
You think he can do it?
I think so. The Snake drawing Kamala out. What's his strategy now? Kamala going after Jake the Snake Roberts. They're going around the ring.
It could be a smart move. Tire the big man out. Make him chase you.
Knee lift. Nice maneuver on the part of Jake the Snake. Kamala moves in. Look at that. What a knee lift.
I've never seen that done before.
Here
a knee lift off the rope.
Here comes the DDT. I can feel it. Jake the Snake. Wait a minute. Fuji's grabbing the referee. What's happening here?
Oh, Kimchi came into the ring when Fuji had Joey Marella distracted.
Oh, no.
Kimchi did the damage. Big splash.
On a 3 count.
Tremendous win for Kamala, the Ugandan headhunter.
Fuji distracting the referee, and Kimchi came in and from behind. He leveled Jake the Snake, and Kamala with that awesome splash. And you can see the net effect of the splash. Some injured ribs there.
Smart move on the part of Fuji and Kimchi because Joey Marella is not the greatest referee. Very easy to distract that man. Smart move, smart move. There you see the man Kimchi who did the damage.
Taking his hat off to Kamala. Kimchi has led Kamala on to many a victory. And Kamala now with a new manager, Mr. Fuji. But again, you can see the effect of that splash on Jake.
Wait, what a classy dresser Kimchi is. Look at those threads.
That's a honky-tonk man!
You mean to tell me all this time honky-tonk man has been Kimchi? I can't believe it.
Look at that. It's a honky. Look, I can't believe he's doing that.
I love it. I mean, the guy even fooled me. Kimchi is the honky-tonk man.
A honky-tonk man disguised as Kimchi.
You know, I'll bet you he keeps Kamala in line when he plays those sweet notes on the guitar to him.
Honky-tonk man can't beat Kimchi. Oh, no, don't do this. That shake, rattle, roll. Sets him up. Jake the Snake now. Goes. A neck breaker down to the canvas. Look at this. I can't believe that a honky-tonk man has done this. How low can you go?
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You're a beautiful audience. Thank you. Thank you for all your support. I love you. You're a beautiful audience. Thank you.
This guy is so gracious. I mean, the honky-tonk man really appreciates a good crowd.
I think so, huh? This man's going to pay and pay dearly one of these days, no question of that. In a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take you back to Pontiac, Michigan. The Pontiac Silverdome, indeed, it was the setting for WrestleMania 3. And we will show you the largest indoor crowd in history as they all witnessed what was probably the most extraordinary title matchup of all time, Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. And later on, Jesse, we're going to have conversations with both Andre and Hulk as they reflect back on their matchup.
As well, we should have conversations. Very controversial. Andre, I know, still feels he's the champion and was never defeated in that match.
How can he possibly say that?
Joey Marella referee him, that's how you say it.
Well, nonetheless, yes, we're going to have that. Of course, when we return, the Macho Man will take on George the Animal Steele. We're back with more Saturday night's main event, and we're back indeed with a matchup that will end the rivalry between George the Animal Steele and the Macho Man Randy Savage in lumberjack fashion. Jesse, some of the lumberjacks already around ringside.
Yeah, there's a rivalry right there, the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs at ringside.
I wonder, however, if George the Animal Steele really knows what a lumberjack match is.
Well, I don't know, Vince. I'll have to ask him. George the Animal Steele, do you understand what a lumberjack match is? You know, George, there's going to be 15 wrestlers surrounding that ring, and if either you or the Macho Man gets thrown out, either one or all 15 of them will throw you back in the ring until we have a decisive victor.
Right.
George, there is no escape in a lumberjack match. George, do you realize that if you lose this match, it could be the last time that you ever see the lovely Elizabeth?
Elizabeth!
Yes.
No!
Oh, this isn't right, Vince. I really don't think that George the Animal Steele understands how brutal a lumberjack match can be. Back to you.
It can be brutal. What is that, Jesse? Look, that's kimchi and honky tonk. Explain that to me.
I got no explanation.
I have none. Mean Gene. Maybe Mean Gene has an explanation. Who is kimchi?
Well, Vince, that's hard to say.
Wait a minute. George tells me that you were trying to confuse him.
No, wait. He just does not understand what the rules are in a lumberjack match and how dangerous it can be.
Mean G, don't worry about it. I'm here to take George to the ring. After all, he was there to help me win my belt in WrestleMania #3, so I'm there to help him out. Come on, George.
Hey!
Well, it's a very special relationship with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and George the Animal Steele. Gotta get you right here. Let's go back to you, Vince.
You know, it really does kind of get you. Jesse, where does it get you?
Where does it get me? I'm sitting on where it gets me.
In the ring right now, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, one of the 15 lumberjacks surrounding the ring. He is something else.
Yeah, something else. Why? Because he can run around with a 2x4 and hit people?
Well, he brought his lumber, and it looks like it's being placed on the timekeeper's table. George the Animal Steele to face the Macho Man.
Now, what is Steamboat there for? Is he a consultant to the animal?
Let's take you to meet you.
Thank you, Vince McMahon. With me at this time, the former Intercontinental Champion of the World, Randy Savage, along with his manager, Elizabeth.
What do you mean, former Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion? I'm the true Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion forever. Elizabeth.
Right, Randy.
Right what?
Right, champ.
That's better, yeah.
You know, Randy Savage, I don't understand a lot of things, including why you would want to get in a lumberjack match with George Steele.
You gotta be ripping. First he kidnaps my manager, and then he cost me the title in WrestleMania 3. That derelict, yeah, no escape. Vengeance is mine! Yeah.
All right, George the Animal Steele, perhaps I can understand that, but what about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat? He's going to be one of 15 men on the outside of the ring. How do you deal with him?
He's going to be no factor, but I'll give every second of every day, yeah, to the Dragon, yeah, until he loses the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship belt to the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Elizabeth, down that aisle!
All right.
Come on.
I'll tell you something.
I'll do the thing.
His ego is in peak condition. We're going to have to see about the rest. Let's go back to you, Vince.
The Macho Man should be making his way to the ring at any moment. And in the ring, of course, right now, the Dragon... Whoa, look at that! Hercules hooking the ankle of the Dragon and took him right down. Anything can happen in this lumberjack matchup, and later on, we're going to see the Dragon go toe-to-toe with Hercules.
Well, I think obviously Hercules was trying to get the guy out of the ring before he could interfere with the Macho Man.
All right, here it comes now. As the Animal looking on and loosening up and readying himself for... Oh, yes. Look how lovely Elizabeth is.
Will you get your mind on wrestling just once? Just once, do you think you could commentate wrestling?
This is one of the classiest ladies in all the world. And George the Animal Steele certainly appreciates her beauty.
This ain't the Playmate Review, you know.
Look at George. He's looking at her right. Should be looking at the Macho. Wait a minute. George is coming a little closer to Elizabeth. And that... Wait a minute. He's coming very close to Elizabeth. Wait a minute! The Macho Man hammering away on the back of George the Animal Steele.
I can't blame the Macho Man for starting the match before the bell. Did you see Animal Steele pulling at Elizabeth?
What I'm seeing right now is George Steele taking care of business. The Animal going after the Macho Man. And
Macho Man going out to the floor.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Hercules brings him back around. The Macho Man now. Getting set, they're supposed to throw him back in. Why don't they throw him back into the ring? Oh, now!
He had to get rid of his sunglasses.
Yeah, well, the Bulldogs just throwing back in with the help of Tito Santana.
What are the Bulldogs doing over on that side of the ring?
Look, you're supposed to throw the guy back into the ring if he goes out. Did you see that? You, George says. The Macho Man out again. Tito Santana, the Bulldogs, shoving right back.
He picked the wrong direction to go out of that ring. Look, he's biting.
He is not.
He is biting. George Steele.
I don't see him biting. Now hammering on to the back.
Look at even referee Dave Hebner saw it and had to back off. He'd probably get bit too.
The Macho Man taking over on George the Animal Steele. Over there now close to Hacksaw Jim Duggan. A little bit further down the line, Tom Zink, Rick Martel, the Can-Am Connection. And later on, they're going to be meeting the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkoff.
Look at Steele going flagrantly to the nose. What's he trying to do? Tear Macho's nose off?
He might, I don't know. This is a wide open kind of affair.
You know, the thing about Animal Steele is a match with him, there is virtually no wrestling hold.
Look at this. Santana and the Bulldogs right back at it again. Macho Man back in. And the Animal takes over.
Well, that's exactly what a lumberjack... Oh, he reversed it. Beautiful move on the part of the Macho Man.
Very clever maneuver. Series of quick left hands now.
Steele's tied into the ropes.
Back out.
Now, why aren't they throwing him back in
They're
quicker?
pushing him back in.
Oh, yeah, leisurely.
They got him back in.
Very leisurely.
Now by the Macho Man. Macho Man driving the Animal back to the ropes. In again. Series of shoulder blocks by the Macho Man.
I hope Steele didn't eat lasagna before the bout.
If he did, we may see it. The Animal now. Moving back in on the Macho Man. What a right hand by George the Animal Steele. And another one. Wide open. Anything goes. And look at this.
Come on, man.
Oh, look at that. Kick to the midsection. Macho's
going up.
What's he doing? Going all the way up to the top rope. Throw across the back of the alley.
And that is where Randy Savage is the most dangerous, going up that top rope.
And the Animal thrown through the rope. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. Look at that.
They're putting the boots to him. The Sheik Volkoff.
All over him. Wait a minute. Hacksaw Jim Duggan coming to the rescue. Oh, they are running for cover.
Wouldn't you run for cover?
Of course I would.
Look at that. He's inside the ring with a 2x4. What business does this guy got being in that
he
ring?
almost got the Sheik.
Swinging around with a 2x4, trying to clunk everybody inside. Look at that. He even pushed referee Dave Hebner.
All right, so he gets a little carried away. What do you want?
What do I want? I want the guy banned. I want Jack Tunney to take that 2x4 and burn it.
Well, there on the outside, you see the Bulldogs and the Harts. They're going to go at it. They're going to go at it later on in the title matchup right here on Saturday night's main event. Unfortunately for Duggan, it looks like he's going to be banned from the ringside area in the Lumberjack matchup.
Good.
But the Lumberjack matchup will continue. We're going to have an end of this rivalry. The Lumberjack match continues, and the Macho Man continuing his attack on George the Animal Steele outside the ring. And look at that. Danny Davis out there with him. Oh, my! Davis just received a headbutt from the Animal.
Now, what right did the Animal have to do that? Davis was doing his job. He was trying to put him back in the ring, and Steele attacks him.
The Animal has to fend for himself out there. Look at this. The Macho Man high in the air.
Flagrant chokehold. Flagrant chokehold. What do you mean, so what? There's rules in this match. It's a wrestling match.
Indeed it is the Animal now. Makes it his style of a wrestling match. And it looks like George the Animal Steele is picking up momentum as the Lumberjack matchup continues.
Animal style is anything goes. Throw the rule book out. That's the Animal style.
Look at this. These two combatants going at it. Toe-to-toe. The Animal would love to finally end this rivalry on a positive note. The Macho Man, we got to hold him front face locked down, twist him around. The Macho Man trying to hook him. Yes, suplex. Nicely done. The Hart's looking on.
And approving. You can see they like it.
Hockey Talk Man, Hercules Hernandez, and that Kimchi over in the other corner. Very much in favor of what's happening right now.
You notice the minute the Macho Man goes to wrestling, he gets the advantage on Steele. When it's street fight, Steele seems to have the advantage.
Good point. The Animal reaching for the ropes. He's outside now with the Dragon.
And look at that. Dragon's hugging him out there. Instead of putting the man back in the ring like he's supposed to, he's consoling him.
He's back in there now. Tom Zink, Rick Martel looking on. Later on, they'll be looking on, of course, at Volkoff and Sheik. Look right now. It's Macho Man for the ride. All the way to the outside.
And you notice Steamboat don't waste no time to get to the Macho Man.
I don't blame the Dragon. I don't blame the Dragon at all. He really has a bone to pick with the Macho Man. And look, yes, Martel, Zink, they're all rooting for George the Animal Steele. The Macho Man carried over to the corner. Both men now almost out of the ring.
What a wild and woolly affair this is. Smart move on the part of the Macho Man. Look, he hooked the arm of George Steele, kept himself from going out of the ring, and is trying to turn this into a wrestling match. Right hand by the Animal, and another one. George the Animal Steele hammering away on the Macho Man. And biting again. Macho Man over the top rope. Out there by the Dragon. The Dragon with the Macho. Look at this. Now what right did he have? Oh yeah, what a chop. Look at this. Hercules Hernandez from behind. Hercules, we're getting a preview of what we're going to see later on.
We got a battle royal going on outside the ring.
Davis coming up from behind with that bell. Down and to the back.
He ran George's bell.
Indeed he did. And now, the Macho Man out on the apron. Mayhem has broken loose.
Mayhem on the floor, and Macho's up to the top.
On the top rope.
It's over. It's over. Nobody gets up to that.
Oh, a 3 count.
Big win. Randy Macho Man Savage has ended the feud, McMahon, with a gigantic victory.
Yeah, with a little help from Danny Davis. You saw what happened.
I saw it. What can I say?
What can you say? It was totally unfair. Oh, but wait a minute.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, yeah.
There's what's totally unfair. A cheap shot by Ricky the Dragon. And here comes Hercules. Good thing he was around to stop the Dragon.
Pandemonium is breaking loose here.
We got a battle royal.
We've got an unscheduled battle royal going on. Look at this. Every man for himself in there. Sheik, we see that
we got total
Hercules.
chaos. Total chaos. Everybody's fighting everybody.
Oh, that was a... Look at this. It's every man for himself. Oh, no, look at that. Jake the Snake coming back to the ring. Jake
He's got Damien.
They're going to scatter when they see Damien. What's he doing? Jake going after Kimchi. Going after the Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man gets away. Jake down. Oh, with Kimchi wrapping that snake all around him. Oh, look at that slimy. Oh, the snake's going after Kimchi. Look, the snake's got him.
This is uncalled for.
The snake's got him. The snake's
got him, all right.
It's hooking him. Look. The snake is all over Kimchi. Kimchi running for his life.
And Jake the Snake won the battle royal, I guess.
And Mean Gene is standing by to talk about the biggest battle of them all.
All right, we are privileged to have for the very first time since WrestleMania 3, Andre the Giant is our special guest at this time, along with his manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Gentlemen, now that the dust is settled from WrestleMania 3, what about that devastating loss?
What do you mean devastating loss? There was no loss in WrestleMania for us. We defeated Hulk Hogan right in the middle of that ring. Fair and square.
If that's the case, Andre the Giant, how come you're not the heavyweight champion of the world?
Because I was cheated. For the Bobby Heenan family, I'm the real champion.
Oh, Bobby Heenan,
No,
come on.
let me explain something to you.
Please.
In all of Hulk Hogan's matches, the referees are biased. They go one way and they go for Hogan. The officials always back Hogan. Jack Tunney, well, we know what his integrity lies.
Jack Tunney?
Yes, Jack Tunney, the president. We know what he's capable of doing. Everybody's out to help Hogan. They're out to slap him on the back. Well, I have film footage to show you. I'm going to show you and the whole world. 93,000 people witnessed it, over millions and millions. This is the champion of the world.
Let's take a look, Bobby Heenan, on that subject. Let's roll the footage. Here we are at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan.
Okay, now there's your champion, Hulk Hogan. He's saying everything that I can't repeat. Yes, he's trying to get Andre upset. But no, we're not losing it. Look at Andre. He's poised. He's cool. He's falling into our trap, Hogan. Now, there's a man that's talking like a man who knows he's on his way out. A man that's going to lose the championship of the world. Look at Andre. Confident as can be, because he is the giant. He is the champion. Look at Hogan. Shoved right out of the picture. Doesn't even affect the giant. A punch. 1 doesn't affect him. 2 doesn't move him. 3 doesn't even move him. Now we set him up. We knew he'd go for the slam.
Just about.
He hooked his leg, shifted his weight. 1, 2, 3. We've got a new champion of the world. He counted to 3. You saw it. 93,000 saw it. Millions saw it.
Wait a minute there. The referee is reinforcing his decision. He only came up with a 2 count.
He's lying. He's lying. The man counted to 3. You saw it. The people saw it again. He counted to 3. I demand an investigation, and I demand an investigation now.
What, are you telling me, Andre the Giant, that the referee was trying to pull something here, some chicanery, some shenanigans?
I don't know what he tried to put in there, but I'll tell you one thing. I know I'm the world champion.
It's very simple. You strip him of the championship, you give the belt to this man, or you demand a rematch.
Well,
it's that simple.
Thank you very much, Bobby Heenan. Thank you, Andre the Giant. Vince, let's go back to you. I can't believe that.
Believe it.
Thank you, Mean Gene, as this crowd rises as we hear the music for the entrance of the British Bulldogs, who in a few moments will square off against the Hart Foundation in the Hart Foundation's title defense. Jesse, your comments on what we just heard from Bobby Heenan and Andre.
Well, I'll tell you, McMahon, I'm the man who tells it like it is, and I called Hulk Hogan the winner the night of WrestleMania 3. But now, after seeing this film footage that Bobby the Brain Heenan has presented, I have doubt in my mind. I distinctly saw referee Joey Morello count 1, 2, 3. Andre the Giant might well be the champion of the world.
A little on the controversial side, and later on we're going to be hearing from the Hulkster concerning his views. And also, of course, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, his first title defense against Hercules Hernandez, and more from this man.
If Nikolai Volkoff tries to sing that Russian national anthem on Saturday night's main event, it'll be the last time he ever sings it. Tough guy.
We are ready for this long-awaited title rematch. The Hart Foundation against the British Bulldogs. There, Tito Santana with the Bulldogs. Let's take you now to Mean Gene in the Hart Foundation.
Well, gentlemen, we've seen your so-called victories in Tampa and at WrestleMania 3, and I think I can speak for everybody when I say you stole those belts. Yes, indeed, you did steal them from the British Bulldogs. You are a shame. You're a disgrace. You're a black eye in the face of professional wrestling.
Well, thank you, Mean Gene.
You stole those belts from the British Bulldogs.
Calm down, Mean Gene. Calm down. Hey, the British Bulldogs, they're crybabies, and they'll have their shot tonight for the championship belts.
They'll not have a fair shot with this man, Danny Davis, around.
Come here. Get over here.
You gotta be kidding me. I can't believe it. I hope official action is taken against these men. In all of my years of broadcast journalism, I've never been so viciously and rudely treated. Let's go back to you, Vince.
I'll tell you what, Jesse, that Danny Davis is rude.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Gene Okerlund's the instigator of all that. He started it. He ought to stand up for himself. If he wants to play with fire, stand in there.
There you see standing in the ring now Matilda. And she looks like she's in one of the starting gates of the Kentucky Derby. Wait a minute. In the ring now, Jimmy Hart along with the Hart. Look out! Here she comes! She charges! Matilda going after Jimmy Hart!
That's horrible!
She's got him! She's got him! Oh, look at that! Beautiful! Jimmy Hart outside! Oh, Matilda now chewing on the megaphone!
What I want to know, has this dog had rabies shots?
I don't know, but look at that! Matilda! What an ovation for Matilda!
And you like that, of course. Look at Jimmy Hart. He's holding his leg. He's been bit. Look at right there. He's pointing to it. He's going to have to go down for what, 13, 18 rabies shots if this dog
there it is in slow motion. Look, she's going after him. Matilda going after Jimmy Hart.
There, she's got him right there.
Just a little nip in the pants, that's all.
Nip of the pants. He's tearing the megaphone apart. Viciously attacked. You know, owners of dogs have gone to jail for that kind of thing, McMahon.
Not if it were Jimmy Hart. There we see now the matchup starting. And Davey Boy Smith starting out with Bret Hart. This, the first fall of the 2 out of 3 fall matchup.
This ought to be a classic confrontation right here. Davey Boy Smith and the hitman Bret Hart.
Really should. Look at that. What an athlete this Davey Boy is.
What an athlete Bret Hart is.
I'll give you that as well. Nice maneuver on the part of Davey Boy.
And he's going after Bret Hart's arm early.
Wow, driving a knee down. Davey Boy in control at the moment, continuing his attack on the hitman. They call him Bret Hart. That Davey Boy's really put together, isn't he, Jess?
Oh, yeah, he is. You know what I regret, though, is that you've never felt anything like that, McMahon, so you can speak from experience. You don't know what it's like to have a knee driven into your bicep muscle.
I don't know that I necessarily regret it. Side headlock now. Bret Hart in control at the moment. Back to the standing position. Bret Hart shoved to the far side, coming up the ropes, nicely front like Davey Boy. Coming right back, nice setup. What a maneuver by Davey Boy.
And boy, Bret Hart hit hard on that mat.
Davey Boy winding up Bret Hart again, armbar now. And Danny Davis looking out. Off the rope. Oh, look at that maneuver. Ooh, my.
Tremendous move on the part of Davey Boy Smith right there.
Over, Davey Boy right back at Bret Hart. Ooh, no. That was a maneuver and a half. Danny Davis applauding. And if you recall, Jesse, it was Danny Davis who, in my view, really gave the Harts the title in the first place.
Strictly your view alone.
Well, Danny Davis has someone eyeing him from across the other side of the ring. If we saw earlier on, Tito Santana is in the corner of the British Bulldog.
That's right. I forgot old Chico's hanging out.
Tito.
You know, it just shows the Bulldogs will hang around with anybody, won't they?
The Anvil, Jim Neidhart, in the ring, hammering down across Davey Boy.
You notice how smart Bret Hart was there. When he got Davey Boy with that knee, he immediately went over and tagged the Anvil, the fresh man, into the ring.
Oh, they're not tag team champions for nothing.
Yeah, nice
look
to
at
hear
this.
you say that.
Look at this now. Come on, referee, turn around. This is probably one of the things that keeps them tag team title holders. They'll cheat, they'll sneak, whatever it takes.
No. That's called smart tag team wrestling. If you can distract the referee and do some damage, that's part of tag team wrestling.
Davey Boy, unable to tag out to Dynamite.
You know, McMahon, why don't you shut up for a while? I can hear the megaphone. You know, Jimmy Hart actually does a better play-by-play than what you've ever done.
Well, let's listen to Jimmy.
Come on, you big crowd, baby! Come on, you big crowd, baby!
Come on, you big crybaby, is that what he's saying?
That's what he's saying.
That megaphone is so annoying. I wish Matilda had eaten it alive. Counter two, no big deal there. Dynamite, when he gets in the ring, you can bet some dues are going to be paid. Davey Boy's got to get out. He's got to tag Dynamite.
He's got to do only what he can do in there, and right now it's all in favor of the Hitman.
Davey Boy has been cut off earlier on, trying to make the tag. Oh, yeah, strike maneuver.
Wow,
Davey Boy trying to make a tag.
Did you see Bret Hart's head bounce off that mat?
That's going to bounce again. Now the Dynamite Kid is in there. Oh, my. Dynamite in control.
Look, he's got him by the hair. Picks him up by the hair.
He had him by the hair. Dynamite with Bret Hart. Up and back, down to the canvas. A cover, 1, 2. On the count of 2. For the British Bulldog deservedly getting his title shot. Look at that suplex. The cover, maybe new champions now, 2, and yeah, almost 3.
Great resilience on the part of Bret Hart.
The Bulldogs want it. They want it badly. What's Neidhart doing in there? There's no reason for the Anvil in there. No reason at all. What's Davis doing?
Putting the boots to the Davey Boy outside the ring.
Look what's happening on the inside. Santana going after Davis. Come on, ref. Get control of this match. Come on, ref.
You know, it's just like Chico Santana to cause chaos at a big title match like this.
That's not Tito back in the ring. And come on, the double team effort has continued on Dynamite. Finally, Tito Santana coming in and helping out.
We've had a bell rung.
We certainly have.
The winners of the first fall as a result of a disqualification, the British Bulldogs.
The British Bulldogs victorious.
The Bulldogs take the first fall.
Indeed they do. And we're going to have the second and maybe the third fall after we come back. Plus, comments from the Hulkster. The tag team title matchup continues now. This is the second fall. In the ring now, the Dynamite Kid and Jim the Anvil Neidhart just tagged in. The Anvil is something else.
Well, I'll tell you, Dynamite got the worst end of that first fall, as you can tell right here at the start of the second fall.
I guess so. They double-teamed him. Thank goodness, almost everybody had a shot at him. And now, unfortunately for Dynamite, more of the same. And the Anvil can really dish it out.
Well, he better rally because there's 2 more big falls to go in this match.
The Anvil now trying to shove Dynamite back to his corner, makes a tag. Here comes the Hitman up on the top rope, second rope. What's he gonna do? Ooh! Wow! Well, I'll tell you, the Hart Foundation, they show no mercy whatsoever. Count of 1, 2. Ooh.
You know, if Bret Hart would have covered him there a little quicker, I think he'd have got the fall. He's complaining to referee Joey Morello about a slow count anyway.
I don't believe that was a slow count. Dynamite! Dynamite with a headbutt. Dynamite with a right hand. Dynamite trying to make the tag.
Dynamite's fighting for his life, trying to get to his corner. Hart reaching back. Yep, there's a tag. He tagged the Anvil.
And, oh, the Anvil cuts him right off. Oh, my. So close to making the tag was a Dynamite Kid.
That shows you that this is a game of inches, McMahon, if you can reach that extra inch and make the tag.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart, front face locking. The Dynamite Kid who would love to get him. Oh, what did he do to his nose? He must have busted it wide open. And surely there was no tag there. Come on, get back. Get control of this match, referee.
Look at Davey Boy Smith taking it out to the floor. And now here we go. We got the rat race again on the floor.
Jimmy Hart running. Danny Davis running. Finally. Beautiful, beautiful. Is that what he said?
Sure, he distracted. He caused chaos.
Yeah. Well, meanwhile, the Anvil was choking and hammering away on what may be that broken nose of the Dynamite Kid.
Brilliant, wasn't it? Just utterly brilliant, the game plan of the Mouth of the South.
Listen to Jimmy Hart.
Well, no one can ever deny that Jimmy Hart doesn't get actively involved in these matches anytime his men are in the ring.
Oh. And the Dynamite Kid could very well have a broken nose.
He's in pain. He's hurting right now.
But this man can wrestle with pain. We've seen it many, many times again. The British Bulldogs getting the opportunity to once again become World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. Trying to set him up now. The Hitman coming off and he misses! The Dynamite Kid!
Whoa! Hitman's hurt. The referee should maybe take a timeout here. Let him recover from that. I can't believe it.
Yes, the Hitman is hurt.
Time
the
out.
Dynamite
He hung himself up on that top rope.
Davey Boy with a drop kick. And Neidhart tag in. Neidhart being set up by Davey Boy. Off the rope. What an elbow. Drop kick follow through. Cover that man.
Now he's looking out to the crowd for approval.
Being set up now. Off the rope. Davey Boy with a clothesline. Davey Boy with a cover. New champion. Do it. Oh.
A half a count, close but no cigar.
Davey Boy setting up the Anvil. I think he's trying to suplex him. Yes, in the air. Davey Boy with the Anvil. Oh, the timber falls down to the canvas.
Textbook suplex right there.
Boom. Ah.
The Bulldogs are getting close. They're getting very, very close. Jimmy Hart has got to be concerned.
Indeed, the momentum really swinging now in the favor of the British Bulldogs. Little telegraph there, perhaps, in the part of Davey Boy.
Isn't it funny how the champions can always find a way? Where there's a will,
come on,
there's a way.
double team effort, come on! And that man should shut up! Look at this double team effort continuing. The Anvil now is going to get a running start. Here he comes in! Oh, yeah, look at that!
He hit his partner, Bret Hart, down on the floor.
Jimmy Hart trying to revive it. Danny Davis up on the
Look at Chico Santana illegally in the ring.
Beautiful
Look
maneuver.
at Chico in that ring, totally illegal, and referee Joey Morello lets him by with it.
The tag was made. Look at this. The legal man in the ring. The cover on. 2, 3. Look at that.
I don't believe it.
I can't believe it. Finally, it has come back to the British Bulldogs. Finally, once again. Let's go to the ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the bout in 2 straight falls, the British Bulldog.
What a celebration here at the University of Notre Dame.
I love it, I love it.
What do you love? Why are you laughing?
I am laughing because I get to be the spoiler. There was a disqualification in the first fall. The British Bulldogs win the match, but they don't win the title. You can't win the title on a disqualification.
I forgot all about that. You're right about that. Let's take you down to Mean Gene and the Hulkster.
All right, with me at this time, the heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan, successful in his ultimate title defense in WrestleMania 3 against Andre the Giant. Hulkster, I've got to believe that this victory was a little sweeter than most.
Well, you know, whenever Hulkamania runs victorious, victories are always sweet. But in front of 93,000 people, the largest indoor crowd in history, Hulkamania was sweeter than ever.
You know, Bobby Heenan and Andre the Giant have made a number of accusations. As a matter of fact, Andre contends he is still undefeated and that he is indeed the heavyweight champion of the world. I'd like to have you address that a little bit later on, but first of all, Hulk, what was it like to lock up with 525-pound Andre the Giant.
Well, you know, it was like the largest, the strongest power in the universe. And when I saw Andre the Giant, I knew I was up for the ultimate challenge. I knew I was ready to face the Weasel, the whole family, and especially the power of that nasty giant.
All right, we got comments earlier on from Andre the Giant and Bobby Heenan. I'd like to have you take a look at this footage. Here we are at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan, 93,000 plus. And what are you saying to the Giant?
Well, right now, I was getting up right in his face, man. I was looking him in the eyes. I saw him tremble. I saw him shake a little bit. And I'm telling him right here, I don't fear you, big man. I don't fear what you stand for. Give me your best shot, Andre. Let's see who the real champion is. And right here, Andre responds, man. Push comes to shove. Push comes to shove. Now it's like trying to take the top off Mount Vesuvius. He wouldn't budge. He wouldn't move. And then when I shot underneath, when I went for the slam, he shifted his weight. Down I went. I thought for 1 minute Hulkamania was over. But when I saw that referee with only a 2 count, I knew what I had to do. I had to rise above. I had to take 93,000 plus Hulkamaniacs to the mountaintop with me, Mean Gene. And with all that, the psych I had on, and all those Hulkamaniacs, we know what went down in the Silverdome.
It had to be an absolutely brutal battle, but now Hulk Hogan. What about the comments from Heenan and Andre? They say you should be stripped of the title. If not stripped, you should be forced to once again defend against the big Frenchman.
Well, they can have an investigation if they want to. I don't care. Check out the footage. If they want a rematch, the Hulkamaniacs and I, we fear no man or beast. But as far as stripping me of that title, Andre the Giant, you gotta beat me 1, 2, 3. You can't complain to the WWF. You can't complain to all your fans on your side. You gotta face Hulkamania and Mean Gene. Now that I've felt the wrath of the Giant, now that I know the Heenan family can't handle Hulkamania, Hulkamania shall live forever, long after I'm gone.
All right, he is the heavyweight champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen. He is #1, Hulk Hogan.
You know, Vince McMahon, after looking at that film footage for a second time now, I believe referee Joey Morello counted 3. I think Andre's the champion, has a legal gripe.
I think you need to clean off your sunglasses. Hercules in the ring, awaiting the presence of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who's back with Mean Gene.
All right, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, you've already seen action tonight in the Lumberjack match. Now, are you ready to defend your title for the very first time?
Very first time on Saturday night's main event. You can bet this dragon is breathing fire. Hercules, I'm ready to burn.
All right, but are you ready, Ricky Steamboat, for the antics of Bobby the Brain Heenan?
Mean Gene, I've come too far. This dragon's come too far, breathing fire for any man to stop me, including the cheating likes of Bobby the Weasel Heenan.
All right, that dragon is on fire. Now let's see if he can burn down Hercules.
Yes, indeed, the dragon on his way to the square circle, defending the Intercontinental title. And Hercules, more than just a worthy opponent. He is something else as this capacity crowd looks on. We all will be looking on. As a matter of fact, we're told someone else is looking on.
No. It's the Macho Man sick to see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat wearing my championship belt. I'm the true champion. So lose the belt tonight.
What are you talking about, Randy Savage? Are you telling me you want Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to win?
No. I'll let him slide past tonight, but I want to take it from him myself. Yeah, that's the way I do it, yeah.
I can't help but think that's a little selfish.
Selfish, man, that's the way the Macho Man lives his life, thinking about myself and only myself. And I'll get that title back myself.
You know, that Mean Gene Okerlund's worse than Rona Barrett. How does he get around to so many places at one time?
We're going to get around to the Intercontinental title defense when we return. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line, and you can see Hercules, the #1 contender, really looking forward to this.
I'll say this, the Dragon has picked out one heck of a man to defend his title against.
No question of that. Chopping blows here right and left, and again, I would think the Dragon, as far as strategy is concerned, how would you see the Dragon fighting this match?
Well, I wouldn't go blow for blow with Hercules like he's doing right now, because you can see he's getting the worst end of it. He's got to stay away from him and use aerial tactics is what I think.
And certainly I would think, even as strong pound for pound as Steamboat is, he would not want to match the awesome power of Hercules.
Exactly. He's playing into her. Now he's starting to use
drop
the technique.
Kick. Nice maneuver by Steamer. And another. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat trying to chop the big man down. Has him rocking, has him rolling through the ropes to the outside.
There he started to fight a tough fight right there. First he tried to exchange with him, but now he's got the advantages in
right
his
up
corner.
there with him as well. The Dragon hammering away. Steamer knowing full well he's going to have to take the match to Hercules, up and down across the knee. Hercules will be feeling that one for some time to come.
Oh, definitely. That's a move that sends you to the chiropractor right there.
Referee continuing the count, and both men back in before being counted out. The Dragon firing off another chop, setting up Hercules. An elbow to the solar plexus, trying to hook him down. Ooh, how about that? Right into the ring post.
Come on. Dude, get up. Boom. Come on, Frank. What's wrong with you? Come on. Come on. Dude, come on. Jump right there. Come on, babe. Come on. Get up. Fight through.
How about that? The Macho Man rooting for the Dragon.
I can't believe it, but I'm speechless on that one. I don't know why the Macho Man would be cheering for Steamboat. Obviously, you want Steamboat to hold that title. You don't want to face Hercules.
Wow, the Macho Man simply wants it for himself. That's the long and the short of it. He wants this man, Steamboat, to continue to hold the title so that he can take it.
Hold on, Dragon. What's wrong with you, man? Save that title for me, man, and that'll be my lunch right there. Come on. Come on. Do better than that. Call yourself a champion. Save that title for me. Save that belt, man, and I'll take it. I'll pick it up. I'll take it all the way back.
No question there of his intentions, Jesse.
Yeah, I can't argue with you on that one. Macho Man definitely cheering for Steamboat in this match, but Steamboat has got a tough row to hoe.
He does, and I'm not too sure he's cheering for Steamboat as such, really. I think he's cheering for himself. He wants to have the title shot with Steamboat. He wants to take it away from Steamboat, and he doesn't want anyone else to.
You know, Macho's he's so selfish, he's maybe even too selfish for me.
That's impossible.
And you might be right.
Down to the canvas. The Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. Hercules again asserting himself. Moving in now on Ricky Steamboat. Steamboat has him up. Nails him with a boot. Steamer coming right out. Hercules to the buckle.
And the big man staggered.
Staggered but not down. Steamboat spins him around now. Tries to set him up. What's he going to do? Neckbreaker down to the canvas.
He needs to go for the cover. Steamboat's hurting himself. He's not covering Hercules. I'll tell you, this Hercules, what a physical specimen.
Well, Hercules has taken so much out of the Steamboat as he would anyone. Thus far, and again, continuing to chop away. What was that? Steamboat reeling on. There's a full Nelson.
Come on, people. Come on. Don't surrender. Don't give it up. Come on, that's my belt. That's my belt. Don't surrender, man. Don't surrender. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
How about that? The Macho Man couldn't stand to watch it because we're going to have a new champion right about now. Hercules with that powerful full Nelson on Ricky.
I don't think so. What is this?
What's he doing? He's completely lost his cool. Hanging on to the ankle. Savage hangs on to the ankle.
He pulled Hercules into the ropes.
Listen to Heenan. Heenan and Hercules really upset. The Macho Man coming in and stopping what could very well have been the submission of Ricky Steamboat. The title match continues when we return. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, being moved back now to a position where he is not going to interfere in this matchup. And there, Hercules Hernandez apparently will continue the match from the top rope. Hercules now up, the Dragon down on the canvas. Here it comes. Oh, what a maneuver.
That was a saving maneuver by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He bought enough time with the Macho Man coming down there that he could recover. If he wouldn't have lifted those knees up, it was all over.
All right, and a scoop now by Hercules. What a slam by Hercules. Off the rope, gets the elbow. No, just barely misses.
Well, I'll tell you, Steamboat's rolling out of the way, and look at Bobby Heenan. He is in pain.
Yes, indeed he is.
Bobby's in pain. This match not exactly what Bobby expected it to be.
Hercules just a half a second off, or should we say the Steamer is just a half a second too fast for Hercules thus far. Chopping away into the rib area. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as the Macho Man looks on.
You can hear Macho Man yelling, "Save it for me, save it for me."
And a chop to the head by the Dragon. It looks like now he has momentum as Hercules is whipped to the bottom. And out and down into the canvas. Well, yes, the Dragon is breathing fire here in the Intercontinental title matchup. And another chop. What a maneuver.
And the Dragon has switched things around here. It's all in his favor now. He better thank the Macho Man is all I gotta say.
Chopping away, Ricky the Dragon Steele. Wait a minute. Hercules rams him into the spot. What's Bobby Heenan doing?
He threw the chain in the ring.
Heenan throwing the chain into the ring. Hercules wraps it around the throat.
The bell's ringing.
Hercules yanks Steamboat down to the canvas. The bell has run. A blatant disqualification.
You can't get no more blatant than that. Now look what Hercules is doing. Here comes the punishment.
Look at him rearing back on the chain.
You know, McMahon, we all know it. The Dragon has that injured throat. He's got the throat problem. Obviously, Hercules going right after it. He's going to re-injure it.
Yes, and I think Hercules continuing to do more damage to the crushed larynx that Steamboat suffered at the hands of the Macho Man, who's out at ringside looking on, watching all this come down.
Hercules shoving referee Dave Hebner.
Hercules standing over the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. And we'll get the official announcement. You can bet that Hercules is not the victor here. Not at all. What'd he say? Steamboat's the winner, he just said.
Steamboat's the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout as a result of a disqualification and still Intercontinental Champion, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh, maybe a few words there between Hercules and the Macho Man and maybe Bobby Heenan, I don't know.
Well, the Macho Man accomplished what he wanted. The Dragon is still the champion, but look at.
What's he doing? I think he's going to come in and help him out.
Macho Man help out Steamboat? Again?
Macho Man is in the ring. You know, maybe there's an ounce of sympathy. Maybe there's an ounce of decency in this man, Savage. You think maybe that's a possibility? Referee warns him. He's not doing a thing to Steamboat right now.
In fact, he helped him. He turned him over.
Looking down on Steamboat. Maybe even, I don't know.
Hebner's ordering Macho Man out of the ring.
The Macho Man's going to go outside for help. He's going, wait, he's not going outside for help. He's going up to the top rope.
Oh, yes, I love it. I love it. I think he just assured himself the title now. Steamboat won't be able to defend within the 30-day limit.
I can't believe it. Mean Gene Okerlund standing by with Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
All right, this is Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He is a new face to our Saturday night main event viewers, but he is a now all too familiar face to the Iron Sheik Nikolai Volkoff. Hacksaw, what are you doing here sitting ringside?
Mean Gene, as simple as red, white, and blue. I love this country. I think it's the greatest place on earth. I love the USA, and I hate anybody who doesn't.
All right, but you're not even wrestling tonight. In fact, you've been barred from the ring area. So what are you doing here tonight?
Mean Gene, I paid for this ticket with my own hard-earned money. And if that Nikolai Volkoff tries to sing that Russian trash, I'll be right here as I pledged to be. I may be banned, but I don't care. You're not going to sing that song again, Volkoff.
All right, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, have a good time watching the show. We're going to be watching you. Good luck. That's it from ringside.
Making their way down to the ring now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most exciting tag team combinations you will ever see. As they prepare for the matchup with the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkoff, bear in mind, Hacksaw Jim Duggan has bought the ringside seat.
That's right, the Can-Am connection, they're pretty, but Volkoff and Sheik are tough.
Earlier on, we spoke with Volkoff and Sheik.
America, you cannot deny these men their freedom of speech. And as one of America's greatest patriots, I, the slickster, will stand with them in their fight for the rights of the party. The Communist Party.
I can't believe he said that.
He said it, and there's the man that don't like it right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Doctor of Style, on behalf of Mr. Volkoff, requests that you all rise and respect Nikolai Volkoff.
I can't believe they're gonna.
The Soviet National.
He doesn't have enough guts to do it.
Look at Duggan, looks like he's gonna stand up.
He He's singing it. Volkoff is singing the Russian national anthem.
That's gutsy. That's guts on the part of Nikolai Volkoff. Wait a minute.
Look at this. Coming into the ring now. Hacksaw Jim Duggan up 2x4. Oh, he just missed Volkoff.
Missed. I don't think he missed.
He may have nailed him on the head. Hacksaw Jim Duggan pledged he was going to be there.
Understand one thing, you two Tommies. This is the land of the free and the home of the brave. USA! USA! USA!
Hacksaw Jim Duggan has this capacity crowd reeling.
If this is the land of the free and the home of the brave, why isn't he entitled to sing that anthem then?
Duggan will take a ringside seat. We'll return with the Sheik Volkoff Can-Am Connection matchup. The Can-Am Connection against Sheik and Volkoff. What a matchup this is going to be. Big Nikolai in there. Starting things off with, I believe, Tom Zink, or is that Martel? It's Martel.
And they've started off roughhousing. No wrestling, just fighting.
Look at that maneuver by Martel. Sensational maneuver. Drop kick by Martel. Big Nikolai caught off guard. Another drop kick by Rick Martel as he tags out.
Well, that's what the Can-Am's got it there. You see Duggan outside the ring again. Hasn't he done enough damage already?
He has his ringside seat. And now it's Tom Zink squaring off against the Iron Sheik. Zink and the Sheik.
This is what the Can-Am's got to do. They got to keep it aerial.
A controversial foot gear worn by the Sheik, I think, caught Tom Zink underneath the throat area. Look at Slick. Oh, my. Big boot, a big Russian boot, landing alongside the head of Tom Zink. Suplex, nicely executed by the Sheik. The cover on, through.
You know, I don't think there's anybody that does suplexes any better than the Iron Sheik either.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan rooting for Tom Zink and Rick Martel. He's a cheerleader out there. Another suplex of a different variety by the Iron Sheik. Another cover and two.
But that was a sloppy cover there by the Sheik, though. I got to call it the way it is. He should have hooked the leg.
Big Russian Nikolai coming in. Look at his Sheik hanging on to Tom Zink.
That's legal. He's got a count of 5 to get out of there.
Zink's up for the rise and a rope and off. And again, the big Russian boot to the midsection. Nikolai gets a head start. Down across the back. Nikolai hammering a quick tag made now to the Iron Sheik. Frequent tags made by Sheik and Volkoff.
And that's the key to tag team wrestling. Right now, the Sheik and Volkoff and Slick have the advantage. They got Zink in the corner. They're tagging in and out. And the Can-Am Connection in trouble. Look, a belly-to-belly suplex. I'll tell you that.
1, 2, and still Tom Zink able to kick out. Zink and Martel, tremendous competitors.
They are. Sheik's done 3 suplex moves, and he's going for an abdominal stretch. He
has him really in there now, and the Sheik hoping for a submission. Hoping for a submission from Tom Zink.
If you'll notice, he did not have that foot hooked underneath, though, and that takes a lot of the leverage away. Sheik does not have the foot hooked.
Tom Zink, will he submit or not? The Iron Sheik with the abdominal stretch. Really pouring it on as the sweat pours off the Iron Sheik. So close to submission. Wait a minute, what's the Sheik doing now? Moving back and over the hip.
A desperation move on the part of Zink to break that hold. Sheik needs to tag right now. He needs to get Nikolai in there.
Tom Zink is the man who needs to tag. He needs to tag Rick Martel. Zink being set up by the Iron Sheik off the rope. Ooh, oh, what a clothesline. Yeah, oh, come on, look at that. That'll bring Duggan to his feet. Duggan bought a ticket like everybody else. Oh, no. Zink to the outside.
But my only question on that is not everybody else has a 2x4.
It's right in front. It's right in front of Duggan. Martel thrown over the top rope as well. Martel eliminated. Tom Zink out there with Nikolai Volkoff right in front of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Look at this.
And Duggan paid to sit in a seat. He did not pay to interfere in this match.
I don't think he can contain himself. Look at Big Volkoff get right in his face. Right into Duggan's face. Look at that.
Yeah, Duggan's doing what he wants to do. He's distracting the Sheik and Volkoff. I think the police should come down and escort Duggan out of the building.
There's that big 2x4, that equalizer, right there next to Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Look at this, here he comes.
He's coming over.
He's
coming into the ring.
This is a disqualification.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan in the ring, wait a minute. There's a cover. 2, 3,
You gotta be kidding me. They're gonna allow that. They're allowing Jim Duggan to come into the ring with a 2x4, and Joey Marella, there he is, Joey Marella, that same referee again, and he's going to give the win to the Can-Am Connection. This is an atrocity.
The Sheik and Nikolai Volkoff and
Why
the
don't you address my question?
beside themselves. Oh, my. Look at him going after Duggan. Wait a minute.
Good.
Even Slick is getting in some shots on Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Good.
Turn his shirt off. Triple team ever. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. They're kicking him out right out of the ring. Out by Martel and Zink.
That's where he belongs. He got what's coming. I can't believe Joey Marella gave the win to the Can-Am Connection with flagrant outside
Wait a minute.
interference.
Back in there, Martel Zink. Along with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He's looking for a commie. That's what he's looking for. Listen to these fans. USA!
Winner of this
USA!
contest, the Can-Am Connection.
We'll be back as we continue.
What a night of World Wrestling Federation action. I think in a lumberjack matchup, we have seen that the Macho Man, Randy Savage, would like to have his day in court with the Dragon.
No doubt about it. The Macho Man wants the Dragon to keep that title, I guess, so that he can win it back, and I believe he will. Sometime, somewhere, the Macho Man will regain the title.
But what about the British Bulldogs? I think they proved tonight that they are sooner or later championship bound.
Well, it's a classic example of close, but no cigar. They won the match, but too bad, not the titles.
We'll be back as we continue with more of Saturday night's main event. And so, from the campus of the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, Vince McMahon here along with Jesse the Body Ventura saying so long.